NASCAR faced multiple problems following the disputed Martinsville finish, which compelled race management to decide who would advance to Championship 4. And there was much more going on at the finish of the Martinsville Cup race than Bell's awkward wall ride, which knocked him out of the Championship 4. This could get messy. NASCAR has yet to evaluate the radio transmissions from Sunday's final laps. And while Ryan Blaney won the race, odd things were occurring all around the field as Chevy and Toyota battled for the last berth in the Championship 4. When we examine the communications themselves, it's evident that manufacturer loyalty had a critical part in what happened at Martinsville Speedway on Sunday. When the final restart arrived with 87 laps remaining, Christopher Bell was stranded a lap down and unable to go up from 19th. He finished 3 points behind William Byron for the last transfer position. Kyle Larson led the race and the Championship 4 until his Hendrick Motorsports teammate Chase Elliott took the lead with 25 laps remaining. But it was all for nothing as reigning NASCAR Cup champion Ryan Blaney passed them both in the following laps. None of this improved the situation for Bell and Byron, who were always competing for the final transfer place. Austin Cindric and Denny Hamlin passed Byron, reducing the lead to a single point. The math was simple. One place equaled 1 point. With 12 laps remaining, the bleeding halted for the number 24, Hendrick Chevrolet, Byron, as teammate Chevy driver Austin Dillon approached his back bumper. Now let's take a deeper look at what the late race radio exchanges between manufacturer allies say about the contentious finish that determined the Championship 4. Before the race even began, Dillon's num3 Chevy radio publicly acknowledged being aware of the Hendrick playoff drivers. That is not unusual in playoff races, but as Dillon approached Byron in the final laps, they made it obvious that there was just one priority: protect Byron. The 24 is only 2 points to the good right now, and there's 2 spots between them, crew chief Justin Alexander explained to spotter Brandon Benish. He then informed Dillon about the points position, and Alexander swiftly added, "If we pass him, he'll be out." Dillon asked who Byron was racing, and they just informed him he just can't give up spots. Chastain's num1 Chevrolet closed quickly, pulling alongside Dillon, and the radio grew more lively. "Does he know the deal?" inquired the num3 crew chief. Atop the spotter's stand, Benish replied, "I'm trying to tell him. Justin, can you tell the crew chief?" With 12 laps remaining, the same topic resurfaced on the radio, but with greater urgency, as Chastain drew behind Dillon. "Does the one crew chief know the deal?" Benish inquired. "Yeah, he should," Alexander said, although he didn't seem quite certain. Things were much calmer on Chastain's radio. Spotter Brandon McReynolds alerted him of the point predicament. With 7 laps to go, the always aggressive Chastain managed to pass Byron on the outside. His spotter promptly keyed the microphone, saying, "Nice and smart with the 24 down there." Chastain did not respond and never drew beside Byron again. Dillon and Chastain ran side by side for the most of the last 10 laps, creating a rolling blockade that prevented anybody else from approaching the number 24 car. The field was forming behind them, with Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, and Carson Hocevar all crammed in close together. While Byron couldn't afford to lose a single position, Bell was determined to gain even one. He was certain he would win any tiebreakers because of his runner-up result in Las Vegas 2 weeks previously. "God forbid if we don't help AFJGR car," radioed Bubba Wallace while riding around in 18th position. Crew chief Booty Barker told spotter Freddie Kraft to inform Wallace of the location of Bell's num20 on the circuit. "Relay it to him," Barker said. "I'll go 10-4. 24 is half a straightaway behind us," Kraft replied. They continued to brief Wallace on Bell's movements, and with 10 laps remaining, he was informed of the points position. With 5 laps remaining, something occurred to the number 23 Toyota. Wallace slipped out of the groove as he entered turn 3. "I think I've got a tire going down," Wallace remarked. Barker instructed the spotter to notify Wallace that his teammate, Tyler Reddick, had a fire in an incident that forced him out of the race earlier. This might have been an attempt to link the problem to whatever was happening with the num23. Wallace's timings dropped dramatically on lap 495 of 500, with him running a full second slower than the previous lap. He regained roughly half a second on the next lap before dropping off again. Bell was gaining nearly a second every lap. The car continued to drive up into the marbles, slowing down as his lap timings changed dramatically. When he approached the white flag, he stepped in the path of the Byron group, resulting in a dramatic 3-way confrontation with Chastain and Dillon. Chastain even rushed into the back of Byron. Wallace slowed down sufficiently for Bell to catch him just as the pack approached the final turn on the final lap. Bell approached turn 3 deep and blasted by Wallace before colliding with the wall as he slid up the track. At that time, he lowered the throttle and rode the wall to the finish line. He didn't acquire any more positions by doing so. It also resembled a slower, comparable version of Chastain's now-banned wall ride stunt from 2 years ago. Wallace's final lap was more than 3 seconds off the pace and 2.3 seconds slower than his previous lap. Bell scored the point he needed, and he was in Championship 4 for 27 minutes. On the cool-down lap, the crew asked Wallace whether he wanted a fire extinguisher, alluding to the situation that had forced Reddick out of the race earlier. Wallace said, "I think I'm okay." "Tire looked up," noted Kraft. "Looked just like S***** the last couple laps there. Just be careful getting in here. Maybe on fire like the number 45. It was not on fire. Bell and Byron came from their cars, but no one was congratulated. Nascar quickly reviewed the result, disregarding the help from Byron's teammate Chevy's or Wallace's Toyota. Instead, they focused on the wall ride. Although Bell did not collect any points, NASCAR judged it a safety infraction and, in an unexpected twist, withdrew Bell from the Championship 4, while Byron was restored. Officials also advised Joe Gibbs Racing that they had no grounds to appeal. When NASCAR reviews the communications this week, the final 4 drivers will remain unchanged, but the 1, 3, and 23 teams may face penalties, as happened 2 years ago when Cole Custer slowed on the final lap to help Stewart-Haas Racing teammate Chase Briscoe advance to the round of 8. NASCAR penalized Custer $100,000, suspended his crew chief, and forfeited the team 50 points. Elton Sawyer, NASCAR's senior vice president of competition, attended the Martinsville Media Center to clarify the decision to remove Christopher Bell from the Championship 4. Bell seemed to ride the wall, which was forbidden after Ross Chastain's daring wall riding into Championship 4 during the 2022 season. Bell barely wound up in the wall partway through the corner after sliding up the track and gained no places as a result, but that was enough for NASCAR to declare foul. As a consequence, William Byron earned the final slot in the Championship 4 with Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, and Joey Logano. NASCAR examined the data and footage before determining that Bell's wall ride violated the regulations. Deliberations took around 27 minutes. While making this decision, NASCAR ignored the suspicious radio contact between William Byron's Chevrolet teammates Austin Dillon and Ross Chastain, as well as the quickly slowing Toyota of Bubba Wallace, who supposedly had a tire issue. Sawyer disclosed that NASCAR has not evaluated any of the radio transmissions and will do so early next week. If you look at the other situations that were going, 23, Wallace, the cars behind the 24, really no bearing at this time, Sawyer remarked. We'll look at those at a later time. When you really just dissect exactly what happened, look at the situation with the 20 getting up against the fence, then riding the fence, which we clearly stated in our statement after Ross did that would not be accepted. He did not commit to saying that more penalties could be possible, only adding, "We'll look at it." NASCAR will also not enable Joe Gibbs Racing to contest the decision. It is irrevocable and cannot be challenged, as other fines are. It's a race violation, Sawyer stated. Race violation? You don't protest them. It's not appealable, I should say. No different than an uncontrolled tire or too many men over the wall or anything like that. When questioned if there would have been more quick investigation of Wallace's or the Chevy driver's actions, Sawyer avoided discussing hypothetical scenarios. The hypotheticals is really difficult. I don't want to be making statements of things, ifs, ands, and buts. I don't want to do that. Like I said, the main focus for us in the tower, when the situation happened, was focusing on the 20 Bell car. Let's figure out where are we at there. To me and our team, there was focus more on that than the other stuff. The other stuff was there. Don't get me wrong. The 20 rose to the level that we got to figure this one out pretty quick. What are your thoughts? Smart team play or just a rigged system? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.